Welcome to Living Dead Tales, where the dead never stay silent, and every shadow hides a story.
The Black-Eyed Children encounters. In every corner of the world, after midnight, when the streets fall silent and the lights in every window fade, a different kind of darkness awakens. They appear without warning, small figures standing in the cold, dressed like children from another time. They knock softly, speak calmly, and ask for the simplest thing, an invitation. But behind their pale faces lie eyes as black as midnight, voids where no light escapes, no soul exists. Those who meet them feel a terror that cannot be explained, a fear older than humanity itself. For these are not children, and what they seek is far from innocent. Tonight, we step into one of the most disturbing modern legends. A story whispered across continents, feared by thousands, and experienced by those unlucky enough to open their doors. This is the tale of the Black-Eyed Children. Why it shook the world. Since the 1990s, people worldwide have reported strange children with pitch black eyes knocking on doors late at night, asking to enter. Witnesses describe overwhelming terror without reason, as if the children aren't human. Chapter 1: The Arrival. It began, as most nightmares do, with a knock on the door long after midnight. The world outside was still, wrapped in a kind of silence that felt unnatural, as if time had paused. Those who experienced it said they weren't expecting visitors, yet a strange pull urged them toward the door. When they looked through the peephole, or carefully parted the curtains, they saw two children standing wearily still on a porch, a boy and a girl, dressed in outdated clothes, their heads bowed. At first, nothing seemed out of place, until they slowly lifted their faces. Their eyes were not human. They were bottomless pits of jet black darkness that reflected no light, only consuming it. Chapter 2: The Voice. That doesn't fit. The children always spoke the same way, softly, calmly, and unnervingly monotone, as if mimicking human speech without understanding its rhythm. They didn't plead or shout. They simply said, over and over, "Please let us in. We need help." Their voices felt rehearsed, hollow, and wrong. Witnesses said that hearing them speak was worse than seeing their eyes. Something about the tone triggered a deep instinct to run, to hide, to avoid them at all costs. It wasn't the words themselves, but the unnatural emptiness behind them that ripped through the listener like a cold knife. Chapter 3: Terror Without Cause. The fear that followed their presence was universal and overwhelming. People described it not as panic, but as primal dread, a suffocating terror that settled into their bones. Their hearts raced without reason. Their breaths grew shallow. The children didn't threaten, didn't move aggressively, yet the fear grew stronger with every passing second. Shadows seemed to shift behind them. A coldness spread through the house, as though something ancient and unseen hovered just out of view. The children stood motionless, their black eyes unblinking, repeating their request. The terror was so intense that many couldn't explain it, only feel it. Chapter 4: The Rules They Cannot Break. No matter how long they stood outside, the children never entered without permission. They couldn't. This was the one strange, almost supernatural rule that held them back. They stayed at the threshold, never crossing it, no matter how wide the door opened. When someone hesitated to answer or respond, the children sometimes smiled, an unnatural stretch of the lips that didn't match their dead eyes. The lights flickered, electronics failed, and pets reacted with violent fear or hid in corners. Still, the children spoke in their empty voices, "Let us in. We won't hurt you." Yet something about their presence felt like an unspoken threat waiting to unfold. Chapter 5: The Vanishing. Those who resisted found a strength to shut the door or retreat to another room, trembling uncontrollably. When they returned moments later, the children were gone, vanished as if they had never existed. No footsteps, No sounds, no traces, just an unsettling silence lingering in their wake. The terror didn't disappear with them, it stayed behind like an invisible scar. Many reported nightmares long after the encounter. Knocks at the window at 3 a.m., whispers from dark corners, or glimpses of black, depthless eyes watching from the street. No one knows what the black-eyed children truly are. But one truth pulses. Through every story, they always come back when the night is at its deepest.